Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Teagan, Raleigh, North Carolina. This is AutoJeff Reviews. I've already done part one, my walk around, interior features, exterior features in a video. I'm gonna put a link at the end of the video, and also I'll put a link up so that you can check that at any time. But we're gonna test drive it. I wanna give you my driving impressions because this car was really fun to drive and I did not expect that, okay? In several different ways, and I'm gonna tell you why. It has to do with ride comfort, has to do with performance, absolutely. And a few other, we'll call them intangibles, potent potables. Before we drive, I do want to give you a lay of the land so you can see what this is all about. This is the 2021 CX-30 in Soul Red Crystal Metallic. It has a 2.5 liter turbo engine, so it gives you 227 horsepower, 310 pounds of torque. If you use premium gasoline, you can bump that up, right? 250 horsepower, 320 pounds torque. It's matched with a 6-speed automatic transmission, does have sport driving mode. Let's drive. And how are we gonna drive? Well, we're gonna get in the car first. You'll see it has black leather seats with brown accents. You'll also see some chrome on the inside as well. Take a look at the legroom, the headroom, and then we'll look from the back, and then I'll show you the front seats. In my previous video where I walked around the car and showed all the features, I call it minimalist modern. Do you see what I mean? There aren't a lot of buttons and controls and dials that are going to overwhelm you with trying to figure them out. The technology can be a lot sometimes, right? So let's minimalize that. But we're going to make it modern with all the latest technology and safety features as well. So let's pull out here. You're going to hear the turbo sound accelerating. So it has some engine noise. It has that growl as you accelerate. I'm at 55 right now. It's really smooth. It's really quiet. Let's just drive for 15 seconds or so you can hear wind noise, road noise. Going over a lake right now. That's where we filmed the walk around portion of the video. The original video, part one. So I don't feel like the car pushes me around at all. It feels nice and solid. Actually, when you shut the doors, it doesn't sound tinny at all. Ting! It sounds solid, like boom. Which is nice because you got good workmanship, good craftsmanship. Now, it feels real smooth. Relatively quiet vehicle when you're at your cruising speed, which I'm at 57 right now. It takes bumps very nicely. Here's some rough patch. Not bad at all. And I think probably what helps, these leather seats, they're very comfortable. They form around my body. I don't have the longest frame, 5'8", but it wraps around me. It's not confining. Feels good, and the seats are very plush. And I think that's probably one thing that Mazda was trying to do, is go more upscale, more luxury to compete with higher ticket brands. They've done a nice job. I like the materials in here. Soft touch materials here. The touch screen, for me it's a little bit hard to reach if it was a touch screen, and it's not. You use this dial down here, and the dial's relatively easy to use. To get your information, if I want navigation, I just push one button. You can also plug in, I've been using my Apple CarPlay. You can do Android Auto if you have an Android operating system. Works real nice. I found that the voice commands over here on the steering wheel on the left side, they work real well. And Apple CarPlay commands are very easy to use using just this system right here. Let's accelerate. See, and that's the thing with the turbo is, even with 87 octane fuel, you're still gonna get 227 horsepower, 310 pounds of torque. Premium is, like I said, 250 and 320. So if you wanna bump up in power, low end pull and push, well, maybe you'll go with the premium gasoline. Of course, it costs more, so weigh that out. But because it's a turbo, the car gets going, it gets rolling zoom, zoom, zooming real quick, right? Real fast, so you can beat anybody off the line. Although I don't think you're gonna buy a car to try to beat somebody off the line. But when you get to about, say, 25 to 55, it kicks into what I call a different gear. It goes next level, as the cliche people like to say. We're taking this next level. Well, I'm bumping it up to a level 11. Because the acceleration, it goes this, but then it goes when it's past 25 to 55, and the speedometer switches accordingly. It'll just jump. It doesn't go 57, 58, 59. It'll go 32, 37, 39, 43. So the car knows. The car knows what you're all about here with this turbo engine. And then if I want to drive like a stick shift, if I want to drive in manual, I can pop it over into manual, and then I'll be using my paddle shifters, which are right here on the steering wheel. If I want to pop it up, I hit the right side, pop, pop, pop. 6-speed automatic transmission. If I want to downshift, go down to 5, and then 4. I'm using the one on the left. Now 3. Listen to the RPMs. For me, it's about 3,500 RPM. I want to switch gears. This one's about 3,300 RPM. I'm in 4th. I'm going to 5th. Now it's down to about 2,300 RPMs. I'll go up to 6. It's real smooth though. Got an itch on my nose. That happens when you do test drives, folks. I'm gonna put it into sport mode. Let's test the 0 to 60. I think we did 0 to 75 there. All right, we're on the highway. It's 70 mile an hour speed limit. I'm going 71 right now, and a little bit medium traffic, we'll call it. Some of the nice features that you've got on this thing, we've got the radar cruise control with stop and go function. We've also got lane departure warning. So if I set it up for that way, if I go outside of my lane, it's going to certainly let me know, both in the head-up display here, and it's going to let me know on my information display behind the steering wheel that, hey, you're not driving very well, Jeff. It can also back me off several different points between me and the car in front of me, which is also very helpful. Let's try some of these safety features out here. Go outside of our lane. It actually vibrates on the steering wheel and it alerts me up there. It's vibrating again. It kind of a rough, like, almost like a mini you're off on the side, where it goes, and you feel it in the steering wheel, so it's enough to give you a jolt if you need that extra warning. Now see this head-up display here? It's going to show us when somebody's coming from the side in our blind spot. It'll be to the left of the 70. Do you see that? We can also see it right there in a triangle form in our blind spot monitor. See, it tells me the speed that I'm going, what the speed limit is, and it tells me if I've got my lane departure warning and radar cruise control set. It's in my line of vision, so it's very safe and not very distracting at all. You don't have to look at it, you just tune it out. And notice that it says there's somebody in my blind spot because you can see it right there in the head up. Let's look at that backup camera real quick. I love the vivid details in this overhead, we'll call it bird's eye view model. Look at the stripes. And then when I put it in drive, you'll be able to see in front of the car, along the sides of, look at that. So you can actually see what's going on, what in the world. Very cool. And you can see I'm close to centered. We're just goofing around here, but you can see how I'm doing in that stripe. So that might be beneficial, especially in parking lots, or if you're going a little bit off-roading so you can see what's in front of you. So right here, we're a little bit off-road. Let's put it into off-road mode. You can see the icon down there. And then I'm going to show you this camera how it can show in front of us, and so you can see how that might be important. Let's change the orientation to the side. Now look at this. You can see that there's a tree coming up. It might help you if there's a stump or rocks or boulders coming. Isn't that cool? See that? There's our tree. And it says there's a tree there. So you can see the benefits in a lot of different situations and on a lot of different types of terrain. Please follow AutoJeff Reviews for the latest in reviews, comparison videos, how to use buttons and controls and dials, and other fun things. We do car reviews in a fun way. No boring car reviews, folks. Thanks everyone so much. Please follow me on Instagram at AutoJeff Reviews and check out my website, autojeff.com. See you next time.